You shot it in New York then? Did you live in New York while you were shooting it there then?
I did.
In a hotel?
In a hotel.
Really? Was it haunted? Was that a haunted hotel?
It wasn't.
I sometimes pretend hotels are haunted.
Why?
Because then you get the free room service. I'll say, I think my room's haunted. I need some kind of hunky bellboy to come up with a sandwich. Have you ever stayed over at someone's house and you were attracted to them, but you didn't know where to go with it, and you were kind of like staying in a separate room, so you pretended to them that a ghost was in your room so you could sleep with them? I've done that. Surely I can't be the only one that does that, though.
My friend Seamus McGarvey, who's a cinematographer.
I know Seamus. I love Seamus. Oh, doctor, how are you? Seamus, yes, of course. I did a movie with Seamus. He's lovely.
Yeah, so I stayed. So I was like, oh, I have nowhere to stay for this one night that I was in LA. And so Seamus was like,
you stay in my house, Dr. Mulligan. Did he say that?
Yeah. Pretty much like that. And he was going out to this thing where he was going to be out all night, whatever.
Yes, that's Seamus. Yeah.
So he let me stay in his house, and then I was sort of almost there, and I was getting dropped off by a taxi, and he sent me a text message saying, by the way, it's slightly haunted. And I was like, slightly haunted.
Wait a minute. Did Seamus say, by the way, my house is slightly haunted, you might want to sleep in my bed so that when I come back, you won't be scared by the ghost in my house, because it'll be me coming in to cuddle you and keep you safe. 'Cause that's how he got me. We gotta go. We don't even have time for a pause. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I actually do, because I've had two experiences, and I never saw a ghost, but I heard a ghost. One was when I was a kid in my uncle's room. He had passed away. I heard him breathing, and I recognized his voice. It went on for about 10 minutes. Second time it happened when I was scouting locations for the Hobbit. I always keep a little... in my notebook, I keep the addresses of all the haunted hotels in the world,
right,
in case I go there. But in the New Zealand one, I asked for I knew there was a haunted room, and it was off-season. They opened the hotel. It was like 100-something rooms, and they opened it just for us. We were 8 people in the scouting, and I asked for the haunted room. I got to the haunted room. I'm watching The Wire. I was not thinking about ghosts. I said, hey, nothing's happening. And really deep into the night, I started hearing this horrible woman screams. And there was nobody else but the 8 of us in the hotel. And I had warned them not to screw around with me, because I would fire all of them.
Yeah.
And I tracked it, and I found it. It was coming from a small window that went into a chute into the cellar. And then I watched The Wire with a little more volume, and about 20 minutes later, I started hearing a man sobbing and screaming in pain.
Was that you?
No.
All right.
It was. I shouldn't have eaten the hotcakes, but no, it was really, really spooky.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
I think I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I was filming a movie in Las Vegas, New Mexico. In the lobby, there was this picture of this woman, and it was from like the early 1900s. And they said that this hotel is haunted, and sometimes guests will see this woman. And I thought, okay, whatever. So 3 weeks into it, I wake up at like 4 in the morning, and there's this like greenish shadow of this woman on my wall. And
shut up.
Yes. And I sort of just like froze, because I didn't know if I knew what I was looking at. It was like one of those, you just get paralyzed. And then I closed my eyes, turned away, and it was gone. And
had you enjoyed a herbal cigarette before bed?
Maybe.
Don't skip in the graveyard. That's sinful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You'll be haunted.
Will I, though? Will I?
Would you believe in ghosts?
I mean, I don't know. Yes and no. I haven't seen one, so I don't know. Have you seen a ghost?
No, but look at all these people there who are in the shot. I think you should all go over there. It's good to watch.
Avenues.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I lived in a really, really haunted house in North Carolina for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of a ghost was it?
I think it was a kid. I think it was a little ghost because of the way that it would run around across the roof.
Could have been a possum.
I don't think so. I wish, but I don't think possums open. There are possums there.
That was such a tootsie-fruitsy thing to say. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I was all creepy and everything. I was like...
You were there.
I was right there and then I went, ooh, possum, sorry.
A lot of people tried to convince me that it was a raccoon, but raccoons and possums don't open drawers and slam doors and...
The gay ones do.
Really? Okay.
When they're in a bad mood, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a gay possum.
I am getting out of here!
That's what it was.
No, really?
You're making too much noise!
Really?
Yeah.
You think it was haunted? That's...
Absolutely.
And did you find out any scary story about the house later?
Well, the thing that was weird, I started trying to ask all of the neighbors what the story was behind the family who had lived there before me.
Right.
And nobody would answer any of my questions. Everybody would clam up and say, oh, we didn't know them, they weren't here a lot. It was very strange.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be even stranger than the haunted house. Neighbors just talking like, bah. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Man.
It's like Jay Leno as a fly.
The hustle and grind, I carve my path. Each step forward in aftermath. Dreams pulsate within, fueling my fire. With determination ablaze, I never tire. Day by day, I chase the gleam. In the labyrinth of life, I craft my scheme. I'll nurture my aspirations, let them thrive. In the symphony of ambition, I'll strive. Rise up and showcase your might. Show them what they find. They say us take flight. We'll scale the peaks, reach the zenith's height. Together we'll ascend, never falter, never slight. In the face of adversity, we stand tall. With grit and valor, we heed the call. No setback too great, no hurdle too steep. We're the architects of our destiny, the dreamers who leap. So let's rise, let's soar, let's defy the limits imposed. Reach for the sky, with unity as our strength and courage as our guide. We'll conquer the horizon, side by side.
Yeah.